So if you look at history, like Steve Jobs, pretty much was an I person. The third alternative is always better than the first and the second. What does that mean? We are not just simply thinking about, oh, these are the to-do lists that we need to accomplish. No, we're focused on building the company. If you truly want to build a remarkable company, you must build a remarkable team. By this time, you realize that. So how do you build a remarkable team? What are the 5 pillars of a remarkable team? Number 1. Number 2 is, who do I need to become in order for me to be a remarkable team leader as a leader? And also, what are the types of people in my company? And how do I make sure that who to promote and who to demote or who to get rid of? And we are going to discuss all that in this video. So I'm sharing my 25 years of experience dealing with team, working with people from 25 different countries, sometimes extremely difficult people, sometimes really fun people. And with all those, I'm going to share everything that I know about world-class team building in this conversation. So let's get started with one key point here, which is, what phase of your life are you in right now? So when you grow as a human being, you go from I focus to we focus almost every decade of your life. What does that mean? It means that some period of your life, you'll be focusing on you. And then some period of your life, you'll be focusing on us, me, you, everyone. And then you switch back to me, and then you switch back to us. And if you reflect back on your life, generally, this might be happening in almost every decade. Generally speaking, it's not precise. And as you reflect on that, I would like you to find out, who are you today? Are you I-focused person, as in me, my world, which is perfectly fine. I'm not here to judge you. Or are you in a we position? We, us, our people, this world, let's do it, right? Where are you right now? If you are a we person, and if you're a we person, put that in the chat. I'm a we person. If you're a we person, you are naturally ready to build a team. If you're an I person, you might have some challenge building a team. And I'll show you exactly how to resolve it. So what's the challenge? The challenge is that you might be thinking about your personal performance. I'm not saying that you don't believe in building a team. You do believe in building a team. Otherwise, you wouldn't be listening to this. In spite of the fact that you believe in building a team, you still think that, you know what, nobody can do these things. You know, it's my thing. Like, I need to take care of this thing. This is the thing that I'm supposed to be doing. This is why, if you are an I person today, I would like you to be a we person. Somebody who is liking other people, somebody who enjoys spending time with people, somebody who is in the we stage of their life. Otherwise, even before you start building the team, you screwed up. We don't want that. So if you're a we person, go for it. Let's build the team. I'll show you the 5 pillars in a second. If you're an I person, here's what you do. Hire a we person below you so you don't mess up the team. They protect you from you. So if you look at history, like Steve Jobs, pretty much was an I person. Like, strangely, some of these extreme genius people, they happen to be I persons, right? And it was really tough working with Steve Jobs. So is Elon Musk. Like, Elon Musk, really tough to work with. And I'm sure he's going through different phases, but most of these people, sometimes they stay in I kind of phase for their lifetime because they're so obsessed with their ideas and things like that. So with that, let me get started on the fundamental principle that is guiding a world-class team building. I must start with responsibility. Responsibility, specifically radical responsibility, is a hallmark of a great manager. So in order to build and run a world-class team, you need to become a world-class manager. And for me, responsibility is almost the number one thing as a leader, as a manager. So women who are listening to me, you might be thinking like, oh, I take responsibility for everything. If my two teams screw up, I'm like, it's my fault, girls. It's okay. Men are like, why would I take responsibility for other people's stuff? It's not my job. They made a mistake. Let me share with you a next step for both of you. So if you're a man, take responsibility, pal. You have to. In order for you to be a leader, wherever you get an opportunity to take responsibility, start taking responsibility. I'll show you exactly how to do it, where to do it, where not to do it, and things like that. Women, my women friends, reduce taking responsibility. The opposite advice. If you do take responsibility from a place of power, from a place of courage, not because you feel, oh, I feel sad for this person, I'll take responsibility. No. So give credit where credit is supposed to be given. So if I win, I'm a CEO of a company, and I win, 95% of the work was mine, and my assistant helped, my team member helped, who gets credit? Consequently, I should get credit, right? No, we get credit. If you're a leader, you need to learn how to share credit with others. So I win, we get credit. You got it? I win, we get credit. We win. Me, my team, the senior team, everybody together as a team. We win, they get credit. Why do you need credit? You are rich anyway. You are building a massive asset. You're looking for credit? This is not kindergarten. We need to step up and start giving credit to others. So we win. Most of the time, what does a lot of CEOs do? Oh yeah, look at my idea. Oh my gosh, I'm such a great CEO. We win, they get credit, and we all celebrate. So we win, they get credit, we all celebrate. We lose. Oh, when we lose, it's not my fault. I gave clear instruction. They screwed up. No way. We lose together. Credit is good or bad. So when we lose together. That's unfair to me. Like I said, you're a grown-ass man or a woman. You are a successful man or a woman. You are a business owner. You are CEO of a company. You know what? Suck it up. And we lose together and learn from it. We win, they get credit. They lose. Imagine you gave a project to two people. This might make you feel a sense of relief. Imagine we did everything. You guided them and you gave them independence. They went ahead. They said, we got it. Handle. Bob, don't get involved in it. We got it. And they lose. They take responsibility. And we all learn from it. So you completely independently gave this project to people. They lose. They need to be trained to take responsibility. Why am I talking about responsibility while I'm talking about team building? Because it all starts with responsibility. As I'm going to share with the 5 pillars of world-class team, it starts with responsibility. So I gave you the structure of responsibility. I win, we take credit. We win, they get credit. We lose, we all lose. They lose, they take responsibility. This is me, 25 years of managing people from several countries, so much of experience. You can learn it by yourself, or you could just learn it right here and then implement it and be free. So you don't need to take another decade to understand what I'm talking about. So moving on to the 5 pillars of a world-class team. So the first pillar of a world-class team is authentic trust. Without trust, there is no team. If they cannot trust you, no matter how charismatic you are, character is more important than charisma. Write it down. Character is more important than charisma. So you lead by vulnerability and integrity. Integrity. We might not be 100% honest all the time. I haven't seen a 100% honest person. Like, I'm yet to find that person. And it's like you might have watched the person, like, I don't know whether you watch Big Bang Theory. Sheldon is an honest person. Like, if you don't like something, you say that. You don't do that. We all lie, right? Let's have integrity. What is integrity? Integrity is our mind and our body are in integration with each other, so that our soul has a direction. We have a purpose. That's what integrity is. So if you have integrity, then that's how you operate from authenticity. You operate from authenticity. And understand that in this space of trust, understand that people are more important than projects. People are always more important than projects. And because people are more important than project, never ever talk behind people's back. This happens in the US a lot. And not just US, all over the world. But us Americans, we are like so polite, nice, except for some recent events. We are polite and everything, but when the person goes, this person, and we roll our eyes. I'm still learning how to roll my eyes. Something like this. So we roll our eyes. And I have seen people do this in front of other people, just rolling eyes. Please don't do that with your team. If you want to say something, say it to their face, but please don't talk behind their back, whether it is rolling eyes or discussing their things just for fun. No gossiping. Second pillar of a world-class team is dynamic tension. Dynamic tension is teach them to disagree with you. This is a difficult thing to do. Like, we have to put aside our ego, right? How could I am the CEO, I am the inventor, I started the company, I am the king of the world. Nobody should disagree with me. That is the general philosophy of a lot of entrepreneurs. No. The third alternative is always better than the first and the second. What does that mean? It means I say something, Ray says something, and I listen to Ray listens to me. We come up with a third alternative that takes the best of Ray and best of me. That is more powerful than both of our initial ideas. So you are compromising the quality of your growth, your company, by not finding the third alternative. So that is what dynamic tension is. And in the dynamic tension, I want to share one more thing, which is get them to take mistakes. What? Yeah, allow them to make mistakes and not repeat them. So what does that mean? It means that if they don't have the freedom to make mistakes, you probably are not going to grow fast. Every time they need to make a mistake, they need to come and get an approval from you. It's not going to fly. If you want to grow, if you want to create a company that is fast growing, let them grow, make mistakes, learn from it. And as long as they learn from it and don't repeat the mistakes, it's fine. And you could put a cap for mistakes, as in up to $100 mistakes, it's fine. If it's above $100, please come to me. Up to $500 mistake, it's fine. If it's above $500, just come to me. So what is the worst thing that could happen? It could cost me $1,000. Okay, $1,000 mistakes, it's fine. Depending upon their hierarchy and their position in the company, give them a quota of how much mistake that could make, how much money that they could lose and still be okay. And as long as they learn from it. How much money they could lose and still be okay. Third thing is commitment. What is commitment? Commitment to customers, commitment to the team. So commitment is you, by example, show that you under-promise and over-deliver. So the culture has to be under-promising and over-delivering. I know Amazon became too big of a company and they have their own flaws. But when they originally started Amazon Prime, they had the capability of delivering everything on 2 days. Not originally when they started, after they started Prime and then made some progress. I'm talking about US, obviously. And they said that they realized that they could almost ship everything to people's home in 2 days, most of the products. Yet they still said, we will deliver in 3 days. So they said, we will deliver in 3 days, and they delivered in 2 days. Now, a lot of the products, they deliver in 1 day, right? So the promise is 3 days, but they delivered in 2. Something to learn, right? Always under-promise and over-deliver. And this has to start with the CEO, under-promising and over-delivering. This is how we build initiative, which is the fuel of business growth. So the fourth pillar of world-class team is radical responsibility. you become responsible. I already covered this in the responsibility section. But the ideal world is fight for taking ownership of responsibility. So which means that they screwed up. Today, what happens? As a CEO, I'm like, it's all their fault. I'm pushing blame to other people today. Versus the fight is for taking responsibility. Somebody screwed up. The fight is for taking responsibility and giving compliments to others. Not the fake compliments, but sincere compliments to others. That's what we do. Okay? So the idea is to take responsibility and give compliments and fight for taking responsibility. And finally, the fifth point is result-driven, not activity-driven. What does that mean? It means that we are not just simply thinking about, oh, these are the to-do lists that we need to accomplish. No, we're focused on building the company. Entire team should become your sales team. It sounds weird. Like, how could engineering team member become sales team? Because engineering is building innovative products in a way that it can be sold. It is useful for the team. It is useful for our customers. So we optimize for the customers and we are customer focused. So we are driven by result. We are focused on direct or indirect value creation for clients. We're creating value for clients. That's what we are in. That is the business we are in. So we are in the process of creating value. The entire team, the janitor, the research team, the accounting team, marketing team, the sales team, the senior team, everybody is focused on creating value. So once we have these 5 pillars, then we are ready to start building a team to the next level because we built the foundation there. So once you have this foundation built, there are 4 basic type of team members in your team right now. And there is one advanced type of team member. So there are 5 type of people in your team. So let's classify them and see where they are in your team and who are who and who to promote and who to fire and who to train and what to do with this Bob that I don't know how to deal with. So the first type of people is, let's call it A players. A players are high-performing people. They are very highly performing and they are really good in alignment with the culture of the company. You as a person, as a business owner, your values convert into culture. One more time. It's your values that is converted into the company values, especially in the starting stages of a company. And it shapes into a culture. So in other words, some people, they are in alignment with your values, the culture of the company, and they're performing really high. They're amazing people. So you need to hold on to them and reward them, support them, promote them, do whatever it takes to keep them. This is what you do. Second type of people is B players. B players are high in culture. They're in alignment with your company value, high in culture with the team. They show up for every picnic. They are very friendly to everybody. They're nice people, everything good, but they are not performing good. And because they are not performing good, you kind of are unhappy with their results, but you're very happy. They are really positive people. They're very encouraging. They believe in your dream. They believe in your mission. What do you do with them? You train them because what they're lacking is skill. What they're lacking is skill. So you give them the skills to grow and become a better version of themselves. How do you do that? By giving specific training. If they're in sales, they don't know sales enough, teach them sales. If they're in marketing, send them to a marketing course. If they're in operations, teach them management, right? So give them the skills so that they could perform better. And the third type of people are C players. Who are C players? C players are the people who are high in performance. They're really good in performance. They perform so good, but you hate them. You hate them. Why? Because they are so much in misalignment with your culture. They don't do the paperwork. They don't do the thing. They don't show up for a meeting. They don't show up for the picnic. They're not nice to people. They're so arrogant. It's a pain in the ass to handle them. Bottom line. What do you do with them? First of all, they are slightly more difficult than B players. B players are nice, friendly people. C players are not that friendly, not that nice. But they're performing people. Okay. So instead of firing them, like kind of have one-on-one conversations with them. Talk to them, tell them this is our culture. I would like you to be part of it because I see you as a really high-performing person. Aspire them, connect with their aspiration, get them to find their higher self to align with the team. Show them this is our value, this is what we stand by. And I'm not seeing that values in you. I would like to invite you to do these things this way. Do your best and train them. And if they still suck, just fire them. But that's how you deal with C players. You train them not on the skill, because skill they are good. Train them to be more in alignment with culture. So train them on the culture. Have one-on-one conversation with them. Build private, like sometimes these are really good people. They don't know how to because they are probably slightly weird, slightly different. It's okay. Give them, guide them, get them to become A players. And even B players, get them to become A players. C players, get them to become A players. That's what we do. Now that gets me to the final part of the base 4 type employees, which is D players. So D players basically are not a match with culture, not a match in performance. They are not performing well. They are not matching with the culture. I bet you have somebody like that. Some companies that I work with have dozens of people like this. And you cannot fire them all right away, but you need to have a plan to start firing them. In fact, I recommend that you fire one of them this week. Why? Because every time you are not firing a D player, you're doing injustice to them. What does that mean? It means that every time you are not allowing them to be happy, you're being cruel to them. What do I mean by that? What it means is they're not fitting your culture. They're not performing. They have a miserable life with you. Do you want them to stay in miserable life with you and have a horrible life experience working? No. Just fire them so that they could find and be compassionate about it and let them find their culture. That's what you do. That brings me to my final point, which is A+ players. Almost nobody will let go of their A+ players. What is an A+ player? A+ player is an A player who is high performance, high culture, but they run their job like they are the CEO of their company. They don't run their job as if they are the CEO of your company. No. They consider their job as a CEO, which means they are the CEO of their job. And they are high performing. They're high with culture. These employees, you don't get a lot. First of all, mostly you almost never get an A+ player into a company because nobody will let them go. But if you get them, keep them. Bribe them, do whatever it takes. Make sure that you keep them. And get your A players to be A+ players. Teach them to take radical responsibility so that they will become the CEO of their jobs too. So this is how you build a world-class team. So I would like you to start reflecting on how you can implement these things. One is that how many D players do you have in your team right now? And who are you firing first this week? Second is, who are your C players? Who are your C players? Find them. And how do I get them to align to my culture? Just reflect on it and find out. And who are my B players? People who are in alignment with the culture, but they are not performing. How do I train them to improve their skill sets? And finally, how do I get my A players to become A+ players who independently handle divisions without any effort or energy from you. That's what I would like you to reflect and start building a world-class team. And I'll talk about how to manage a world-class team in another conversation. And if you are excited about this conversation, just put that in the chat and say, like, what are you going to implement from this? What did you pick up from this? And I'll see you on the next one. Talk to you later.